Okay. Hello, guys. A very good evening, everyone. So I have with me Dr. Nandini, who has scored an amazing rank of 255, right? And what's your percentile, Nandini?
It was 99.88, sir.
Yeah, 99.88 percentile. So it's just 0.22 from the perfect score, right? So it's an amazing thing. We are extremely happy to host you in the PW Medal YouTube channel. So first of all, a very big congratulations, and I hope you must be happy now, satisfied, contented.
Very excited and very happy.
Okay,
Yeah.
great, great, amazing. So here, what we are going to discuss is few journeys what Nandini went through her entire career of MBBS, and maybe we'll take some positive inputs from her because she has aced an exam which was supposed to be the toughest in the past 5 years of NEET PG. That's what information like most of the students who wrote told that compared to the previous papers, it's tough, right? So we're going to have a like maybe not like a Viva session, like just a Q&A session with Dr. Nandini. So first of all, like, what do you want to choose? Like, what field is your? Is there any dream branch of choice for you?
Yes, sir. I'm planning to get into medical branches, preferably MD General Medicine.
Okay, great. I hope you'll be getting that in whatever college is required for you, right? So you are basically
Yes,
from
sir.
Usmania Medical College.
Yes, sir. I'm from Usmania Medical College, Hyderabad.
Okay, great. So let's just talk through your journey of MBBS first, then let's go into the competitive exam because I feel that there's been more emphasis given on only the post-intern part, 6 months, 8 months, but I feel the journey has started way back from the first year. No one kind of ignores the 4.5 years of MBBS and the 1 year of internship. That's also very, very important, what I feel. What is your take on how was your MBBS? Was it good? Were you always a topper student like this? Or it was okay,
Uh,
okay?
no, sir. I was definitely not a topper in my UG days, but yeah, I used to manage my prof exams very, very well. I used to manage to get around 73, 74% in every prof year. Uh, Yeah. So I have started my PG preparation in my second year, I should say, wherein I have taken only the second prof content and learned the second prof subjects from PG teaching faculty. So that has given me a push even in my prof exams. But I should say my main focus during those lectures was not NEET PG per se. It was just like a supplement to my prof exams. I didn't take it like an MCQ material then back then. I just took out a few points which I could write in my prof exams and get through the exams.
Great.
Yeah.
So, is there any specific teacher you want to say that in the platform of PW, like who has helped you be the prof exam or the conceptual building for a competitive exam?
Definitely, sir. I have seen pathology videos from you, which helped me build concepts in pathology and which helped me revise pathology even before my prof exams, and it helped me a lot. And special mentions to Mamta Jama ma'am. The
Okay.
way she simplifies microbiology is just awesome. The tricks she gives and the cartoons she draws, like few topics which she simplifies are just printed in my mind from second prof itself. Yeah.
Great.
And in third prof, I have watched off-cell videos from Sudha ma'am, which helped me clear uh, practical exams very well.
Okay.
She gives a good practical approach to the subject.
Amazing. I think Aditya Burman wants to congratulate you on the YouTube chat. So, congrats from Aditya Burman. I think most of the entire Osmania crowd of your maybe your colleagues and maybe your parents also must be very, very excited about what achievement you've got till now, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
fine.
Yes.
So, what did you do during internship? Did you start during internship? Did you bunk internship? Did you attend your internship religiously? What was the journey there? Because before even going to the competitive exam space, like I said, let's discuss what happened before the exam. Because, like I said, I feel that journey of being a doctor in the 4.5 years and 1.5 years is equally important to the 8 months. What was your journey during internship?
In my internship, since I have done my internship in a government college where there's a lot of patient load, I didn't get much time to read during my internship. And I have sort of decided to myself that I will not try to accommodate two things at a time, and let me complete my internship first and do my duties very well devotionally, and then after I get done with my internship, and I'll start the PG preparation properly. and that actually helped me. Few things in the exam just got striked from the duties which we did, because this time the paper was more clinical, so it actually helped me in a way. And I actually watched third prof and final prof videos also during my prof exams. So what I used to do is, whenever there are minor subject postings like optal or ENT or psychiatry where we didn't have night duties, I tried to take out the major subjects and read few topics here and there. It was definitely not structured, but I used to try to read something. I mean, I didn't completely abandon my books because of the guilt I had that I was doing nothing while my friends were preparing. So I was doing some random stuff here and there.
Got
But
it.
my preparation properly started after my internship.
Great. So you have more wishes from Ryan, Mr. Batowski, Sparsh Jain, Snega, Dr. Sumit, and Abhi. So this is something
Thank
which
you.
every aspirant should take care. Like we all talk about integrated approach to learning for a competitive exam, but we miss that the entire 1 year of your internship is nothing but integrated approach. You sit in the OPD,
Yes,
you
yes,
take in history, you process that, give a diagnosis, write an investigation, and filter the differential diagnosis. That's the best place to learn. So for all future aspirants, please don't bunk internship. You will amazingly clear the exam, but what is more important is the doctor in you. And you become the doctor and the fastest of thinking. In an OPD, you don't get 5 minutes to think for a case. You have a fraction of maybe 10, 20 seconds. That's what will be useful in an exam, which also has 6, 7 lines. Read that, process that, and quickly have at least it's not always the bullseye. At least I can rule out 2, 3 options easily, right? So please, for all these future doctors, go through the internship like Dr. Nandini did. Like you can definitely use that extra time. Nowadays, PSM is for 3 months for internship, right? So you have good amount of time in
yes,
PS.
yes,
Medicine surgery, definitely you'll have lots and lots of work there, night duties. You might not be able to concentrate much, but the small postings where you have time, please keep in touch with the subject. Don't, like Nandini said, don't abandon the books. At the same time, please don't abandon internship also, because both are very valuable for you. And that's one good thing what you've done. And I hope your juniors will follow your line as well. So now let's talk like what happened after your internship. Like what did you do? Like what was the study plan? Because most of the students say that or the general assumption is you have to read for 10 hours a day. Tell me honestly, did you read for 10 hours a day? That's the first question from me. And second is
uh,
like, how did you structure? Like how many
okay, I
revisions was there? Yeah, please go ahead.
okay, I'll tell it. My internship being in Telangana has ended in August 2023. So the 2023 NEET which I've given in the March was actually before I've completed my internship. So then I have just given it like to know the baseline from where I should start getting better, to just know that, to just know where I stand with knowledge which I have now. I just given it just like that. And I got a rank of 62,000 in 2023 NEET exam.
Great.
And later,
So
uh, and later,
45 is a huge jump.
yeah, it is.
Please continue.
Uh, After my internship was over in August, I have started the preparation well. Uh, then in back in August, it was there were talks ki the exam is going to be in Jan 2024. So I have made a schedule thinking that I'm just left with 4 months now, nothing else. So I scheduled it such that I will do one thorough revision in 3 months, and keep 1 month for thorough reading of all the subjects in 3 months, and do a revision for 1 month. Because I there were many of my friends who were doing 1 month cycles, but I felt because I'm reading the subject after so long, I should give proper time first for the first cycle. Only then my revisions get faster later on. So I have, though I was feeling I was going slow, I just told myself that this time will be worth it, and I've given 3 months of it for one proper cycle of all the 19 subjects. Uh, and then in November or in the start of December, there came a notice where the exam will be conducted in March. So I've got a 2 months of extra buffer. So I have kept 1 month cycles of revision. And then by the end of February or so, I was done with one proper cycle of reading 19 subjects and around two cycles of revision. And then exam got postponed to July all of a sudden. So I was little ready for the exam, but I was not uh, so confident about it that I'll get a MD General Medicine seat then. And after my first cycle of revision came a November INICET, which I've given. So after first read of November INICET, I've gotten a rank of 9,000 All India. And then I thought to myself, ki, now my rank should only improve from this point. And from 62K to 9K is at least something, some progress. And from
Definitely.
now, with every cycle of revision, I should be progressing more. This is what I told to myself. And then uh, because at the end of February, I was a little ready. I thought I will give a serious try to May INICET now. And then I've incorporated all of the MCQs and extra stuff which I could get from here and there, apart from PYTs and PYQs. And then I've given November INICET. I've gotten a rank of 3.9K in November, sorry, in May INICET 2024. I was totally disheartened with that. I was expecting more because I thought I've done a good amount of revisions by now, and I've been reading a lot. And from 9K, I at least thought I would get something under 1K or maybe 1.5K, but I honestly didn't expect a rank of around 4K back then. So I was totally disheartened. So, but that thing didn't let me go down more. I came back within a day or two and I started to analyze where did I go wrong? Why did I not get a good rank despite reading so much? Then one big thing which I've realized is I haven't solved enough MCQs. Um, I only focused on reading so much that I almost ignored focusing on MCQs. That balance didn't go hand in hand till then. So I thought I lacked in that application in an MCQ, even though I knew the topic like a fact. I didn't know it how to apply in a question and how to rule out options and how to get apply the concept wherever needed. So in after the INICET, I have increased my time on solving MCQs more, and that actually helped me. And this time I have started reading the explanations very meticulously so that I will know the approach, how to go about the question and which topic this question is from. And I've also started analyzing my MCQs in such a way that in every GT, like for example, in surgery, I was very scared of surgery in the beginning, and in surgery specifically, GI was the most dreaded part for me. And in every GTs, I had that pattern of making all the gallbladder questions and liver questions wrong. So I tried to pick up those patterns in which I was going wrong, and I took some time and saw the main videos and saw the from the main notes. I have built those concepts. And from next GT onwards, whenever the questions came from those topics, my questions used to get right. So even in my journey of GTs, my first GT started with just 98 correct, and rest of the all were wrong. And with every GT, what I told to myself is, I'll at least get four more questions right from the past GT. That's it. That used to be my target, and I used to give GT every 2 weeks. Whatever subjects I used to read in those 2 weeks, from those, at least I should get an extra four questions right without forgetting the subjects and topics which I've read before. So that used to be my approach to GTs. And analyzing GTs is the most underrated thing which students don't do. People see GTs as a measure of their intelligence or memory or whatever be it, but that is not how it is. The tests of which we give is just to identify and know which areas we are still weak at, and we still have scope to improve on those topics. So like that. I used to analyze my questions, and if there was, and I used to make a sheet. I think this is something uh, which I don't think everyone does. Is with every GT, I used to take a sheet of paper, and with every question I go wrong. Say for example, I've done 70 questions wrong. I used to just take out 70 numbers and write why did that question go wrong. Is that a recall? Is that something I couldn't recall? Is that something, a topic which is totally new to me that I haven't read before? Or is that something which I couldn't apply enough? Or is that something um, which like that which mm, whatever be the reason why we have done wrong. So uh, I used to not see that question as a question. I used to see what was the pattern of the mistake there. So I got to know that most of my mistakes were because I didn't read question carefully. That not except is what I missed. Or there was a point where most of my mistakes were wrong because I didn't revise enough, or I couldn't recall enough during the exam. So if we get to know the pattern of our mistakes, we can rectify it easily. Because there will be a few topics which, no matter how many times we revise, we tend to forget on the day of exam. And those are the topics which have to be reinforced like almost every day. Only then we might remember, like the sections in the forensic. We can't figure out the logic from there, right? So the I used to um, improve on my approach to exam also through the GTs, and that helped me a lot. So my final GT, which I have given before 2 weeks before the exam, I got 150 questions correct, and I've left four questions maybe, and rest of the questions I've gotten it wrong. So for that, I've gotten a predicted score of around 7,000. I was totally heartbroken then, 2 weeks before the exam. With a rank of 7,000, how will I even get a seat of general medicine? But I didn't let that pull me down then. I did the same thing again to the final GT also. What was the pattern of my mistake? I've tried to identify it. And then I've worked on the most volatile topics. Whatever be it, that last 2 weeks actually has it is actually a more of a mental stability more than knowledge acquisition in the last 2 weeks. So I didn't let all these thoughts to bother me in the last 2 weeks, and I kept reading something or the other, doing some Q bank or the other, some question or the other, and I've just sailed through those days. And before the exam, my mindset was just to stay calm. I have everything in my mind, and I just have to apply it right. I just have to have the presence of mind for the 3.5 hours and try to give my best and try to recall everything and try not to do all the mistakes which I've done in my GTs from first GT to last GT so far. That was just my mindset before the exam. And even I was surprised when I got a rank of 255, because from 7K to 255 was a huge bungee jump. I
Great. So,
didn't
Dr.
expect
Nandini has given us an extremely detailed walkthrough of what she has done. There are a few takeaway points which I want to emphasize here for every future aspirant who is listening to this. One, the GT mark is not the final mark. GT is not to compare yourselves with the crowd. GT is for a self-assessment. That's very, very important. You cannot say that I am in this point, there are 9,000 people before me, because anything can change. GT is something which is done in a laptop, in a mobile phone. There are very easy possibilities someone can open the book and do it, right? So there are lots of ifs and buts. But one thing which she has done is analyzing the GT. That's very, very important. And this at the start also she mentioned one more thing which is important is there are two types of students. One student keeps on reading more and more and more, because this is the time where everything what you have read in the 4 years will make sense, because it looks like, okay, why did I miss it during my MBBS? Because you're reading all the subjects parallelly, so it makes lots of sense. So you're getting sucked into the beauty of medicine, so you try to ignore MCQs. Please don't do that, because if you want to be a good doctor, I would say go and sit in a hospital clinic, because that's my focus. If you want to ace the exam, start and do MCQs, because that's a focus here. Take away point number two, and never be down after an INACT rank of 3.5K or close to it, which you didn't expect. take a day break. It's completely fine, but come back. Definitely, there is lots more thing. And who has stopped the exam, and whichever student we are talking to, one thing they have done is, instead of saying that exam is postponed and cribbing over it and wasting or scolding and be, they utilize the time to read one more time. So that's very, very important, because definitely there are some things which you can control. Even if you're going to shout it and be there, you can't control that, right? It's not in my hands. It's fine. One day maybe bash and be, do whatever you want, crib, shout, whatever you want. Next day, get back to your books, because that's the only thing which is going to push you to the final thing, right? So there are lots of students congratulating you more. Pranay, Ali Hassan, Sneha, Sparsh, Venkat, and Pratibha Patnaik, and everyone. And there are a few queries. If you can answer them. How did you handle your stress during the exam? Is one. Number two, did you read gold standard textbooks during MBBS? Because these are all kids in the second prof and third prof and first prof. Should you read standard books, or is it okay to read the notes? So that's the pressing question for them, because that's required for them. So if you can answer this.
Uh, if it comes to me, I haven't read standard books in my prof, but for few subjects I tried to read. Like for pathology, I've gone nothing beyond Robbins. Even during one day before my prof exams, I have been with Robbins. No other source I have. And I think it's a good idea to go with standard textbooks during the prof, because it will build the concepts at the very, very young stage itself. But because I was following one or the other PG preparation platforms, I thought maybe this is my way of building concepts rather than reading textbooks. But if one gets a chance to read standard textbooks, please go for it. It will be
Yes.
worth it.
Perfect. So how did you handle stress?
Handling stress was not easy at all. I used to feel sometimes ki, why to do all this? Let's give up and go somewhere to USMLE or UK or do something better stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just an exam. It's not life or death. You will have a chance. It's not like if you don't do good in this exam, you are doomed at all. After main is at 2024, I was actually so much stressed with the result. But after that, when I came out of that, my mindset was like, this will be my last attempt. This will be the last time I'm reading this, the last 1.5 to 2 months which I'm investing in the NEET. So let me give it my best. 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, whatever be it. This is only for the last 1 to 1.5 months. That's it. And after that, whichever rank I get, whichever seat I get, I'll just take it. No one more year of preparation. So I have to make use of this 1.5 month to get closer to what I want, but this will be my last attempt. That's it. I have no option after this.
I
This
think
is
the
how
careless
train.
attitude has helped you.
Yeah,
Like, let it go, whatever happens. I think that kind of reduces stress. Anyway, I've decided what I have to do, this or that, good, bad, or ugly. I'm going to go forward. I think that must have answered your question, Dr. Snega. That's a way. It's everyone's coping mechanism is different. She has done this and she has worked for it. So this is one thing which I want to tell to every aspirant. Please don't try to fit into Dr. Nandini's shoes or any of the top shoes. Everyone is individualized. These are inputs from us, and we also, as teachers, we also guide you. These are the things which is work for people, but you have to at one point of time individualize yourself, right? Be it handling stress, be it how to get over a silly mistake, how to improve the GD scores. There are few templates. These might fit into you. If it fits, well and good. If not, find your own way. You have good amount of time. Start preparing early. That will definitely help you in a long way. So all the very best, Dr. Nandi, for your future MD medicine, and I'm sure you will be going to DM fellowship and whatever goes your way in the future. Fine. All the very best, and thank you so much for sharing your insights. And I hope many more students from your college will take you as an inspiration and they start studying from first year itself. Fine. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.
thank you, sir.
Okay.